Ladies and gentlemen, in life as in politics, timing is everything. So when today Karnataka withdrew permission for the CBI to probe cases, eyebrows and political temperatures were bound to rise. Now, Karnataka is the 7th opposition-ruled state in the country to ban the CBI. But ladies and gentlemen, just look at the timing. It comes a day after a court in the state asked the Lokayukta to probe land-grabbing charges against the sitting chief minister. Now, the charge against CM Siddaramaiah and his family are grave. The Karnataka High Court this week has said that these charges need to be probed. So as the probe begins against the chief minister in the MUDA scam, the state withdraws consent to the CBI. Of course, the Karnataka law minister is saying that the move has nothing to do with MUDA. It is just to send across the point that the CBI is misused by the centre to target the opposition. But is there anyone buying that logic? We'll see. For the moment, listen in to Karnataka's law minister.
Permission that we had given to CBI to take any of the cases. That is withdrawn. In last couple of months, we are seeing that in this federal system, those instrumentalities which are with the government, CBI, I mean central government, have showing signs of their bias. The MUDA, CBI, nothing is relevant here.
It is not only Karnataka, it is the entire opposition parties in the entire country has taken this decision. In view of that, Karnataka government also has taken.
Why, sir?
We don't want the CBI to misuse its power, so we have taken this call.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the CBI, under the rules that govern it, needs the written consent of states to investigate matters on its territory. A parliamentary panel had raised concerns over this, saying that this severely hampers the CBI's work. But the same panel had also said that the CBI's functioning needs to be impartial and one needs to ensure that. Of course, opposition states say the CBI is a caged parrot that goes after political rivals, especially before elections, and closes cases against those who join the BJP. For the moment, the BJP is questioning the timing of Karnataka withdrawing consent to the CBI and says it's proof of the chief minister's guilt.
The MUDA case, it is a big scandal in Karnataka. Already High Court and lower court also given the decision. So directly they told it is a scandal. That's why court is saying, not BJP, not anybody. Court is saying it is a scandal. So that's why we are asking the resignation of Mr. Siddaramaiah. When court is given the verdict, Siddaramaiah naturally is no right to sit in that seat. That's why we are demanding the resignation.
Mr. Siddaramaiah, on his part, is saying, nothing doing, I am not resigning. In fact, he is saying, you have Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy, who is now part of the Modi cabinet, who also has accusations of a scam against him, the mining scam. Why has the governor not moved to agree to a probe against him? That is a question that is being asked by the ruling Congress party in Karnataka. Dr. Sudha Halkai is a BJP spokesperson joining us on the broadcast. Dhruv Jatti is a Congress spokesperson with us on the show. Shankar Iyer is a senior journalist. Yashovardhan Azad is a former IPS officer. Dr. Sudha Halkai, I'm going to start with you. Look, timing is everything in politics. And the timing of the move is highly questionable. Yesterday, a probe starts against the sitting chief minister of Karnataka, and today, Karnataka bans, in a way, bans the CBI from entering its territory. People will put two and two together, ma'am. And actually, that question is for Dhruv Jatti, not for the BJP spokesperson. Just a minute. I think I asked the question to the wrong person because you are the ones putting two and two together. So let Dhruv answer that question. Dhruv, go ahead, please.
Shreya, I like the fact that you said putting two and two together because, you know, in 2022, the NDA-led Meghalaya government themselves withdrew CBI consent. Their own ally, Chandrababu Naidu, in the year 2018, in Andhra Pradesh, withdrew CBI consent. Forget the opposition states. Their own allies themselves don't trust them. This is called putting two into. Anyways, now to give an example about opposition states and the vendetta politics and witch hunting that's been happening across the entire country, I don't have to go too far. You can see what's happening in Delhi, right where your studios are, I guess. And to speak about the CBI and what's been happening lately, let's put that more into context. What happened in Assam when Himanta Singh Biswa was the chief minister in the water supply scam in 2010? CBI investigation was carried forward and was strongly put forth by the Bharatiya Janata Party. But when he was inducted into the BJP, pin drop silence. Same case with Shivraj Singh Chauhan in the Vyapam scam. I think the 40% Sarkara can compete of which scam was probably worse. But the same case there. Again, same thing with Mukul Roy in West Bengal. The same thing with Rane in Maharashtra, the same former chief minister who joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. And also not to forget, Ramesh Porke
I have the list.
Scams and how the Bharatiya Janata Party themselves,
Dhruv, I have the list.
Resign.
I understand the point you're making. I have the list. I understand the point you're making. You missed out Praful Patel, who 8 months after joining the BJP, the CBI drops cases against him and gives him a clean chit. I understand the point you're making. My question was, you're making the point about the CBI and the ED being misused. I get that. I'm questioning the timing. ऐसा क्या हो गया अभी ध्रुव? What has happened in the last 24 hours or 48 hours that suddenly the Karnataka government wakes up and says, look, the CBI is being misused, we need to withdraw our general consent. They cannot investigate any cases on our soil. What has happened in the last 24 hours? Apart from the fact that the chief minister is being probed for the alleged MUDA scam?
Not just the CBI and the ED, even the governor's office. We've seen that being misused multiple number of times, and we saw it happen in Karnataka. What's changed is the fact that the opposition parties have woken up, and the CBI, which in fact should add the abbreviations of JNP and become a CBJPI, and which in fact should be called the Central Bharatiya Janata Party investigation. I mean, this is the most important functionary in order to keep law and order. It's one of the most important executives in the country. At this point of time, it's become an executive of one of the political organizations. It's a dark day for Indian democracy. It's as simple as that.
Okay, no, I have asked you one question twice, and like a good spokesperson, you have not answered it. You've told me everything else, but you have not answered the question on timing. Let Dr. Sudha Halkai come in. Dr. Sudha Halkai, why do you continue to protest? Why are you protesting the fact that Karnataka is withdrawing its general consent to the CBI? 6 other opposition rule states have done it. They don't trust you. They don't trust your agencies.
Shreya, let me go back to the history. It was during Indira Gandhi that she misutilized her powers to stay back in her chair, and she came up with the emergency. Okay. Now I'll go back to the previous government where Mr. Siddaramaiah had 106 cases against him by the Lokayukta and 64 personally on him. And that time they had nailed the Lokayukta and they gave birth to ACP, where the state government was completely in charge for the ACP, and he came up with a B report. And now coming to the MUDA case, when the Honorable Governor had sent a show cause notice, the CM under his cabinet, he rejected the request for the show cause notice. Then again under Deputy CM, they rejected it. Then again, when the Honorable Governor gave it for the prosecution, then they put a writ petition in the court. And when we appreciate the Honorable Judge's observations on all the legal aspects and all the irregularities done by the CM under with misutilization of his powers and favoring his complete family, and he had 3 pages, Shreya, and layer by layer, page by page, everything he has given a very good explanation why the investigation has to go on. And now they come up with they want to come up with a Lokayukta, because under Lokayukta the police is the state police, and that is again under the CM's power. Okay, now they don't want the CBI over here. So this is the DNA of the Congress, that they try to manage the investigation agencies, or if they cannot manage them, they abolish them completely. So this is the track record of the Congress, not only in Karnataka, in the nationwide. But they should not forget, this is the era of Narendra Damodar Das Modi ji, and we are very much with the constitution and we will fight for the rights. That's it.
Very good. That is excellent. But then someone has to explain to us also why the governor, who is so quick in sanctioning an investigation against the sitting chief minister who belongs to the Congress party, has not had time in the last 1 year to clear consent for a probe in a mining case which involves H.D. Kumaraswamy, who's an ally of the BJP in the center. These questions will be raised, Ms. Halkai, but give me a minute. Dhruv Jatti, the point that the BJP is making and the point, just a minute, the point, okay, go ahead, 20 seconds and I'll give me 20 seconds. Okay, go ahead, 20 seconds to you.
The case against Kumar Swamiji was there in the court, and 10 years back only the Supreme Court has given a clean chit. But still these people want to go ahead with the investigations. He has made it very clear that the signature was not his and the file was not put in the cabinet, and it is all clear 10 years back. Now again they want to come up with Kumar Swamy, and so Kumar Swamy has told that, let them go ahead with the investigations. That's it. This has already got a clean chit 10 years back, Shreya.
Shekhar Iyer, the point is simple. You are either open for a probe and ready for a probe, or you're not open and ready for a probe. Publicly, the Chief Minister of Karnataka is saying, I'm open to a probe. If there is a probe, please, I'm open to it. I will come for any questioning that is required. Yet, एक minute. But Shekhar Iyer, the fact also is there are talks of the Chief Minister approaching the Supreme Court against this probe. The fact also is they are now blocking the CBI from entering the territory. What does this tell you? Is this dal mein kuch kala hai ya puri dal hi kali hai?
Well, there is a political crisis for Siddaramaiah. There is no doubt. At the moment, the entire party appears to be rallying behind him, including Deputy CM D.K. Shivkumar. But there is a fear in the Siddaramaiah camp that as days progress and momentum picks up on the ground, and within the party, a clamor will start. Already you are beginning to see former Assembly Speaker, that is KB Koliwad, a very senior leader, who was Assembly Speaker when Siddaramaiah was CM in the first term. He has openly said, look, Siddaramaiah has nothing to worry. He should step down so that the inquiry is completed. Since he is a very clean man, he will get a clean chit, he can come back. So this kind of, and KB Koliwad is a highly respected Congress leader. And he is also giving clean chit to Siddaramaiah. But he's saying, why not let him step down and allow the inquiry? Because as was explained that, Lokayukta is, though it's a separate institution, but its personnel are under the Karnataka government. The other fear, Shreya, is, see, already the opposition is talking of moving the court, saying that the probe should not be by Lokayukta, but by CBI. So what your cabinet decision today, withdrawing the 2005 decision, is basically some kind of, preemptive action. But they also know, senior Congress leaders know, wherever opposition leaders, like say in West Bengal, where there is a CBI inquiry, it is not on the basis of CBI acting suo motu. It's on the basis of Kolkata High Court order. So there is an apprehension that if Karnataka High Court were to step in and order a CBI monitored probe, or there is some PIL or something, or the complainants themselves, the complainants in this case, and other things, Shreya, it is an open secret in Bengaluru that a lot of these people who have taken up these cases, some of them have close links with D.K. Shivkumar. And there is a feeling that this whole thing has started because of the internal tussle in Karnataka Congress. So apart from the usual issues, center is misusing CBI, Modi is behind this, BJP is behind this. See, that we have seen in, there. But in Karnataka particularly today, the whole problem is how long can Siddaramaiah hold on when the pressure builds up within party? And other thing is, the deadline can be Maharashtra elections. See, yesterday we saw Prime Minister taking up this issue in Haryana. Now, finally it may come to a stage where Rahul Gandhi may take a call. So why not Siddaramaiah step aside and let the inquiry be completed and let it be done in a post-haste manner and let him get a clean chit. So
Okay.
there is a political
So essentially-
thing brewing in Karnataka.
Correct. Correct. And you're telling me that the move is preemptive because there is already a clamor that let the CBI investigate the case. After all, how will a Lokayukta whose officials report, especially the police force reports to the Karnataka government, what sort of investigation are you expecting? Are you really expecting a free and fair investigation? But fact is, let's not forget that it is this very Lokayukta, Mr. Shekhar Iyer, that actually did manage to push a sitting chief minister, in that case a BJP chief minister, to resign over corruption charges. That was Mr. Yedurappa. So that has happened in the state as well. So if the Lokayukta does want, they can actually do a good job of it. But Yashovardhan Azad just come in here. How do you view the Karnataka government blocking the CBI from its territory? The fact is that the CBI and agencies, other agencies like the ED, etc., do have a credibility crisis. All right, in this case, it is probably a preemptive move. But most states and most chief ministers point out to Hemant Soren, point out to Arvind Kejriwal and say, these agencies are simply used to target political rivals. That is a fair charge, right?
Can't discuss the CBI case handing over per se without discussing the main case which you are debating, that is the MUDA. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity right in the end, because I've heard a lot of political slogans, jargons, brinkmanship and blame game. What is clear in the entire process is, unfortunately, that nobody believes in the criminal justice system. So for the center, Lokayukt is not the correct agency because it belongs to the state. And for the state, reciprocally, the center CBI is not to be believed. Nothing wrong in what Karnataka has done, because all the opposition states have gone against the CBI. Now, tell me, Shreya, if the same MUDA scam would have been there, the BJP government would have been there in the state and the CM would have faced the same thing. Do you think government would have given us, the governor would have given a sanction? No, this case would have not been referred to. All right. So this is exactly putting the case in perspective, how we are ruining the police and how we are keeping my police is good, your police is bad. That's number one. Number two, unfortunately, in this case, nobody wants to look into the exact gamut of things which have happened. Okay. What is the issue? Issue is that compensation given is disproportionate. Who gave it? The BJP during their regime. Who is the head of MUDA? A senior IAS officer. How does it do it? He does it by having some kind of a compensation formula. Who makes the compensation formula? Is it 8 times? Is it 7 times? In 1 minute, it can be found out whether that formula was right or was wrong. So what is happening now? Absolute political brinkmanship. It's like the Tirupati Laddu case. In 2 hours, Shreya, you can find out why compensation was given, why it was against the rules, and immediately things can be set right. Unfortunately, we keep on, involving things and making political. Where is that IAS officer, the senior? Nobody talks about him. He has disappeared. So we don't fix the responsibility where it is. Number 3 point. That is a little political. Yes, Siddaramaiah would have got a very high moral ground, because there's nothing in this case, because the compensation was given by that IAS authority on whatever reasons. So if the police investigates, they have to find out how Siddaramaiah, being in the opposition, somehow influenced it through electronic evidence or through circumstantial evidence. A little difficult from that point of view, but no. But Siddaramaiah will not go because, DK Shiv Kumar, if he comes, he won't leave the seat. So that's the political part. I'm really not interested in that. But, in the end, there's another thing also. There was something wrong with the scheme. That is why the 50-50 scheme was scrapped by the Congress government in October 2023. Correct. So this scam, which can be immediately, take a CAG officer of the Indian Audit Service. He'll tell you in one day what is wrong and who's responsible. But we want the CBI, we want Interpol, we want the whole Karnataka. Yeah. This is the key of the case.
Abhi, I am very surprised that no one has asked for a CBI inquiry into the Tirupati Laddu case. वो भी होने वाला है. But Dr. Sudha Halkai, please respond. Just respond
Shreya.
to an important point that Mr. Azad is making, and this is something that the BJP has also been saying, that you want to blame Yedurappa for his wife getting 14 parcels of land in exchange for that 3.16 acres of land originally. But the fact is that it was under the BJP government that the allotment was made to Ms. Parvati.
Shreya.
Why are you blaming us? Why are you blaming the Congress party?
Yeah, I'll give you the explanation. Shreya, let me tell you, this all episode has started from 2004. It is not now, okay? From 2004 to 2021, it is a long period which has taken place. And in this period, twice Mr. Siddaramaiah was in power and twice he was the leader of the opposition, second thing. And leader of the opposition holds a very strong role in the state government. Let us not forget that. And why Siddaramaiah's wife writes a letter for 14 sites in a very, in the prime area of the Mysore, with in respect to the exchange of the sites in the other area from where she was supposed to get it, and which is not that very costly. Okay, no, Shreya, I'm coming back to you. I'm very much coming back to you. He was very much in power in all these 14 years. Okay, it is not that he was not there in power. And you're talking
Dr.
about
Halkai.
you very well.
Under whose government was the allotment made? Dr. Halkai, simple question. You just give me simple question.
No.
Answer.
No, whosoever government, you can speak to the officer over there. That is not the question. The thing is, why this favorism was done, why the letter was written, why
the question is simple. You are not answering the question.
Bhairati Suresh.
You are saying that Parvati...
Siddaramaiah is not a common
You are saying Miss Parvati wrote letters for this land.
Would the favorism be done to any normal citizen?
An opposition leader's wife writes letters and the government will listen to her and give her those 14 parcels of land.
It is not to the government, it is to the officer I am saying. I am asking, is the same favor would have been done to the other common citizen of the Karnataka? It would not have been done. And our tallest leader, Yedurappa, the Lokayukta. Unlike Siddaramaiah, we have not squashed Lokayukta. We have not abolished the constitution. We have not abolished the investigation agencies. We have, whatever investigations were taken place, we have very well cooperated with them, and we have come with what are the consequences are there. If they have the guts, let them face the consequences. Why they are not ready to face the consequences? And
Dr. Halkai, the fact is, if the allocations have been made, to Miss Parvati under the BJP rule, then there is some liability on you as well. But Dhruv Jatti, I'm just coming back to the subject. Let me just come back to the subject of the CBI. Dhruv Jatti, the fact is that
we are not against it.
Dhruv Jatti, the Congress is saying, look, it's nothing to do with us. It's the BJP that made the allotment. Ma'am, 1 minute, let me ask Dhruv a question. Dhruv, the BJP is saying, okay, if you think we are to blame and we are the ones who allocated that land, disproportionate land, to Parvati ji, then investigate. Now, the sitting chief minister, who's from the Congress party, is also saying, investigate, I'm ready for a probe. Now, I want to ask you, if he's ready for a probe, why is he blocking the CBI from coming in? Chalo, Lokayukta is one thing. He's saying he's not done anything wrong. So whether the Lokayukta probes him or the CBI probes him, one and the same thing, na? If he's guilty, he'll be found guilty. If he's innocent, there's nothing against him. Why block the CBI? When you block the CBI, the message is, I have something to hide. I want something not to be investigated.
No, Shreya, not at all. I think from the beginning, the Chief Minister has been very clear that he's open to a free and fair investigation. The government of Karnataka believes that the CBI cannot provide the same. I've given you a long list of examples of where CBI has been misused. I come back to my first question, Shreya, which hasn't been answered. When BJP's own allies in Meghalaya back in 2018, in Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu himself, they blocked the CBI consent. So when BJP's allies themselves don't trust the CBI, how do you expect the opposition states to trust it? It's as simple as that. And I want to give my concluding remarks with that statement.
Sure. Okay, sure. But again, the simple question is, why now, a day after the probe has begun against the Chief Minister of Karnataka? The timing is suspicious. Shekhar Iyer, my last question is to you. You've seen Karnataka's politics very closely over the years, Mr. Iyer. Do you feel right now Mr. Siddaramaiah has no option but to quit? Not now maybe, but eventually?
Well, indeed, the situation may evolve to that point because of coming elections in Maharashtra, and maybe nothing will happen till the Haryana elections are over. But definitely the Congress High Command is likely to take a view because, in politics, the more the party and the leadership rallies behind you publicly, the more it expects you to do something to save the honor of the party. So therefore, Siddaramaiah knows. That is why he's already invoking the caste card. He says this is against his community. He has got seers belongings to community also speak out, saying that he is being targeted because he belongs to the most backward Kurba community. So you see, already he is preparing for a situation where he says, look, if anything happens to me, he has made it very clear that it is going to be a danger for the party itself. So you can see that, and Siddaramaiah, we must remember, is a leader by his own rights. He is not a typical Congress, the old loyal, old Congress. He was in JDS. He came over here. So he's a man and he knows where the situation is evolving. And he also knows some of the detractors in his own party have fueled this controversy, are behind this case. So therefore, I think till he gets a relief from, say, the division bench of the High Court or from the Apex Court, he has a political problem on hand. So does the party.
So essentially, what happens in Karnataka next, in the next 2 weeks, in the next 1 month, is going to be very interesting to watch. Shekhar Iyer, thank you very much for putting the story in its right political perspective for us. Yashovardhan Azad, thank you very much for joining us. Dhruv Jatti, thank you very much. And Dr. Sudha Halkai, thank you very much. Dr. Halkai, I'm out of time. I'm afraid I can't give you those last 20 seconds you're asking for. We'll leave it there for the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.